Welcome, dear friends. Welcome, friends that don't know we're friends yet. Use the sound of the bell if you can hear it as a reminder of your breath. Come to your breath. Come to your chest if you can feel your breath coming into your chest. Allow it to expand. And then allow it to let go. Easier said than done, letting go, right? And in this moment, we can let go of our breath. We can let go of whatever doesn't serve us. Starting with our head, our neck, our shoulders, our hips. Give yourself a little wiggle. Your toes, wiggle your toes and your fingers. Just connect yourself to your body, to this moment. To the fact that we're breathing and that we're alive. It's a miracle. I don't know if you like that word or not. And right now, it just is a way for me to just connect with the present moment. And in this moment, I'm alive. And to check in with the beauty of the need for freedom. We often dwell into the beauty of the need for freedom on Tuesdays. So bring that word to mind. And what's in our mind, bring it into your body. What does your body feel like when it's free? When there's no obstructions? So we were checking in with our body and seeing where is there a lack of freedom that needs to be let go. Coming to your breath, what might be keeping your breath from being free and open and relaxed? And it could be we're thinking about the future, we're mourning the past, or we're stuck in our plans in the present moment. A lot can be keeping us from being free. And how does freedom live in us now? All of the needs seem to be connected with love for me. There's a famous tattoo from the 70s a lot of people were getting. If you love somebody, set them free, right? So yeah, and there is some truth in that. The truth in tattoo dharma. That and the same goes with yourself. If you love yourself, set yourself free. You know, what is that? What are you bound to? I often get bound to my schedule. Like really, like overcommitted to doing the things on my that are written on my schedule. Valuing commitment to others. You know, when I say to people, I'm going to do something, it's important to me. And even that is a sense of freedom because I chose those things in my schedule, right? So keep on exploring that word in your body. What are the thoughts that are keeping you in a prison? I was watching and listening to a talk by Mencken, who I've quoted here before. Um, what has that legacy of enslaving other people done to our bodies? I don't know. And if defensiveness comes up, this wall comes up and says, I've never enslaved other people. Maybe you've been enslaved. Either way, there's a prison that is created. So to explore freedom, you have to almost explore your ancestors. All of our ancestors, including the ones with white skin, with dark skin. We all are either running for something or being forbidden to run. And what that lack of freedom did to one's psyche, over centuries and centuries and centuries. Becoming aware of that, how can we find freedom now, in this moment? In our breath, in our thinking, with our love. How can we love beyond that history into the future that I think everybody on this call wants to co-create a future where I am free, you are free. Certainly the people in our environment, we don't want them to not be free. There's a heaviness in that, and knowing that could be the case. It's often the case. And we want all beings in the world to have agency in their lives, to be able to choose what they want and don't want. And explore it right now in your body. Explore it in your psyche. When you're around certain people or you have certain thoughts that somehow impinge on your freedom. Are we imprisoned in our way of thinking? It keeps us from being truly happy and free, that loves ourselves completely and totally, and forgives that which is unforgivable in our history, in our bodies. I say it in that way to emphasize the intensity of the intensity of what has happened in history, and to be able to transform that into freedom in this moment, freedom in our way of being with other people, freedom to love whoever we would like to love, starting with ourselves, starting with forgiving ourselves, starting with loving ourselves unconditionally, with reckless abandon. Love yourself right now. Give yourself the freedom to love yourself no matter what, including the DNA that came from your ancestors. All of our ancestors have done pretty questionable things, and can we know that they were trying to meet needs? And can we take that into our present moment and say, how can we meet our needs with hopefully not hurting other people, with not imprisoning other people, Who wants that? So keep on checking in with freedom for yourself and offering it to your beloveds. Offer to set them free. Give them that divorce they've been begging you for. Or not, you know. Just the freedom to be themselves is probably enough that you don't need to. Maybe. I don't know, maybe you do. So keep on giving that freedom and love to ourselves. In the traditional way, offer it to our beloveds. I love you so much. I am not going to ask you to be any different than who you are. That's radical, isn't it? Let the people in our environment be whoever they are. Set them free. In our minds. And offer our practice to all beings in the world. May all beings in the world know true freedom, true love, true happiness. Thank you for joining me for our practice, and continue